Well, our first item tonight, a very special presentation for the Forest Lawn Drive neighborhood from the Webster Historical Society. So Sharon, I think you will lead the festivities, correct?
Is it on?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So, a number of years ago, a group of us at the Webster Museum decided that we would like to do a survey of all of the older properties here in Webster. So we had no idea what we were getting into, but it was just an interesting endeavor. So we picked the map of 1892, and then the town assessor printed out all the property, 1902. It was a 1902 map, and the assessor printed out all of the properties in Webster that were built before 1902 that remained. So then we divvied up the town, and several of us, we all took several streets and drove up and down the streets and found the properties that we thought answered the question, would the person who first lived here recognize it? That really was our criteria. I mean, they also couldn't have siding or different windows or anything, but really the first criteria, would the person who lived here first or built this property still recognize it? Well, we had no idea how many there were. And so we took photographs, and they're all in notebooks in the Webster Museum, and with the addresses and a photograph of each of the properties that we thought would be kind of special. They were special. So we didn't let it go with that. We decided, well, then what we should do is then maybe we could give plaques to these properties. So we proceeded with that. And that was a lot of work, but that was fun. And so we researched these properties. Then we contacted the homeowners. Would they be interested in receiving a plaque to put on their house, or in some cases it was a barn? And yes, most people, there were some people who were not interested, but most of the people we contacted said yes, they would like to do that. So we've been coming here to your board meetings for a very long time presenting these plaques. So tonight we have a plaque for a neighborhood. We've kind of moved away now from properties to neighborhoods. And so Mr. Flaherty and Jenny, would you come up here please, and we'll present this. Mark. This is Mark Gunther. He's representing Forest Lawn. So we chose the neighborhood of Forest Lawn. Does everybody know where Forest Lawn is? It's really well kept secret, I think. But oh yes, that building back there on the wall, right in this room, is from Forest Lawn, and it is that building is that called?
No.
No, still there.
That's somebody's home.
Agreed.
Okay, so life has changed a little bit. Forest Lawn started out as a summer community, and so people bought, well, let me back up a little bit. The Pierce family owned a huge amount of property along the lake, and their home was on Bay Road, and it is still there. It's a big white house. If you're going down Bay Road toward the lake, it's a big white old farmhouse on your right. And that was their property, but their son decided he was going to develop the property. And so he began by selling lots to people. And they became a summer community. And so they had cottages. People stayed there. There was a train that went by, and so families could come out, and then the men that worked in the city would get on the train at the station there and go into work. And then along came the Depression, and a lot of people lost their jobs. The people who worked in the city, a lot of them lost their jobs. So those summer cottages were rebuilt into homes. Many, many. Are there any cottages left there?
No cottages left.
Okay, just
Just
homes.
homes.
Okay. So, this is Mark Gunther, and he's a representative from Forest Lawn. And we would like to give them a plaque that says Town of Webster Historic Neighborhood. They are a neighborhood. Now, these plaques we have always done in partnership with the Town of Webster. And so it says here, Town of Webster, New York, Historic Neighborhood. So, Mr. Flaherty, if you would like to give this plaque to Mark, that would be much appreciated.
And I gotta tell you, Mark and I have known each other a long time, not since 1888, but we've known each other a long time, so this is fantastic, Mark. Congratulations, and it is a great neighborhood.
It is.
It really is.
Yes.
I love walking down there.
And great diversity.
It is.
Just come by anytime.
And Ginny Nguyen is our town board member who is our liaison, is that the word we use, to the museum. And we are so glad to have her. She has been a wonderful addition to our group. So, thank you.
Thank you all.